you to pretend you're stepping over
Hurdles.
Only because I want to start working on the hip mobility from different ranges of motion.
Okay.
A little functional, a little agility.
Okay.
So both legs, so we're going to step over, and then the back leg we're stepping over as well.
I gotcha.
Okay. Now, so basically, just like this. So watch the mirror, we're going to step across, and the back leg, step across.
Oh, don't cross.
Okay, you don't have to do karaoke.
Okay. No karaoke.
No karaoke. Put your breastplate up, chest up. Good. So, because of your limited mobility in your hip, we're going to go right to hip mobility warm-ups.
Okay.
Nice. Excellent. Don't kick the fence over, buddy.
Nah.
Good, then we'll come on back.
Oops, yeah. Okay. Whoops, no.
Good, lift your breastplate up. Nice. Good, chest up even more, nice. Nice soft landings, getting the knee as high as you can. And try to get it as wide as you can too, stepping over a big barrier there, nice. Nice. Good job, let's do one more.
Okay.
Now that we got the movement down.
Okay.
Good, nice soft landings, good. Brace your midsection as well.
Okay. Breastplate up.
Chest up, eyes on the horizon. Perfect, sir. Good.
Gonna see the nutritionist. We made an appointment with her. Both Rebecca and I.
Marsha? Or Misty?
Misty.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, she told me she saved some time for you, so.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot of availability left, so that's good. She made some room for you.
Yeah. Because I'm disturbed by the fact that I'm exercising 6 days a week, and I've still got this.
Yeah, I think there's an energy imbalance there. Either you are not replacing what you're burning, maybe you're not eating enough.
But I've gained weight.
Yeah, because if you're not eating enough to fuel the muscles, your brain looks at that as what's going on. Are we in a starvation mode? Because we're using a lot of energy, but we're not re-nourishing the body with the right amount of energy for what it needs. So it goes into, let's not work the muscles as hard, so you're getting efficient with your muscle contractions, but it's using those calories and saving them in fat, in your fat stores. So instead of using them for muscle contractions.
Because I told the guy that does the spinning, I said I took this deep water swim class, and I said all these overweight women in their 70s, they're all going, this is easy, you know. I'm over there like a fish out of water. And he says, well, you know, you are building muscle, and you know, muscle sinks and fat floats.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, come on. Nice. Thank you for making me feel better. I've been doing this in the pool.
Excellent. Well, this will be a lot different.
Yeah.
A little different gravity.
Yep.
Nice. We're crossing the leg over. Then kind of don't put it down. Just let it swing.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And almost let it just kind of like pivot back and forth. Yeah, like. Perfect. Keep your chest up a little bit. Nice. So just kind of. Now this is actually good. You're non-weight bearing on the right leg, working on the hip mobility in a it's called open kinetic chain, and then you're weight bearing on the left leg. So your pelvis is still rolling back and forth. So you're actually working on the mobilization of the left leg as well, while it's in weight bearing.
Okay.
Good. Let's switch it up. Good. You may notice a little bit more resistance on this side, or not. Maybe you are more comfortable on that right leg and maybe feel a little bit better at going a little longer or a little wider with the swing on the left leg.
Going to Florida Gulf Coast to referee tomorrow and Saturday all day.
Nice.
That's why I'm going to see Brian on Monday. I said, do me a favor, make me sore, because I'm going to need it.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
Stiff.
I'm sure Brian is very capable of giving you a deep tissue beat down.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's face me. Hold your hand on the left, and we're gonna go right leg swinging forward backwards.
Okay.
Good. Nice. Chest up, eyes up. Good. How's everything feel with this? Any of that neurological stuff going on? How's your foot and toes been? Still got feeling?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, let's switch sides. Other side. And then left swing. I like those shorts.
Thanks. I was like,
Can you do me a favor? Can you go back to the right again? Switch around. I just want to see something.
yeah. I did take spin class this morning, and I was soaked, so I changed my clothes real quick.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right, switch it up again.
He took us on a bike ride through Catania in Sicily.
Nice.
It was pretty wild.
Does this feel like it pulls your trunk forward when the leg goes back more so than the other side?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if it would. I noticed on both sides, but a lot more on this side. And this goes into the fact that your hip flexors are so tight that when you kick the leg back behind you, it pulls the trunk down.
Yeah. Let me see if I can try to force it to stay.
You can really squeeze your butt muscle as well. That'll help to kind of open that up. All right, let's get into the hip flexor. Let's get into the hip flexor stretching, active stretching. So I want, this one's going to be weight assisted.
Okay.
And we're going to push the front knee out in front of the toe so we go stretch through here. And the back leg is going to stay straight. And you're going to squeeze your left glute. And then you can push it back out. You can use the hands, or if you want to get the leg work, you can kind of push with the leg. Okay. But main thing here is you want to open this up and squeeze this muscle.
Got it.
And we'll use the bars to kind of assist you into a deeper position.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, kind of look at the side of that. Good. Good. Back leg is going to be straight. So you're kind of using the back leg to push you forward. And then in doing so, you're going to feel a deeper stretch on the left hip flexor, the front of the hip.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
Excellent. So if you squeeze your left glute while you're going into the stretch, you're going to get a deeper stretch into that hip flexor. And the more mobility we can get in your hip flexor, the more strength we can get in there, the less you're going to have the pinching on the nerves in the back.
Okay.
Because you have so much pull forward and not as much pull backwards.
Yes.
Nice. Now when you're coming back out of that, are you pushing through your leg, the right leg, or are you pushing through your arms more?
Well, right leg.
Okay, cool. Cool. So try a few, like when you push back up, like lift your arms up. Like, so you're not even touching the bar.
I gotta touch the bar somewhat.
Yeah, keep them close, but when you're coming back up, really just drive back through that right leg versus pushing with the arms. There we go. And don't forget to squeeze your left butt cheek.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job. All right, let's switch legs.
Been watching the Cowboys thing on HBO.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Is it good? I bet there's some
pretty
crazy
funny.
stories.
They're like, oh, this is the gambler. This is the shotgun man. It's pretty interesting. I hated the Cowboys, so I'm just I'm tolerating it.
You either love them or you hate them.
Yeah.
Good. So back leg straight on this. And this is going to stress out the front of the knee, and which is a good thing. We're going to be working all these muscles here.
Yeah.
Nice. And squeezing your right butt cheek as you come forward. Excellent. Almost pushing yourself forward with that right leg, and then pushing yourself back to come up to standing position with the left leg. Squeezing the the right glute as you're going forward.
Yeah.
And then squeezing all the muscles in the left leg as you're coming back. Nice. So as you're doing more of these, what are you feeling?
Calf is a little sore.
On which side?
Left.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting a good active calf stretch here. So come forward and hold it for a second. Good. So as that weight goes forward and that heel stays down, you're going to be stretching that calf. So this is actually a really good calf stretch. And because your knees bent, you're working that deeper soleus muscle. So you got the gastroc and you got your soleus.
Oh yeah.
So getting that deeper soleus muscle is oftentimes a little challenging to stretch out.
Yeah.
But they both pull on the Achilles tendon, so the more stretch and mobility you can get in the whole calf complex, including the soleus, is going to be beneficial for giving you more range of motion in your ankle.
Yep.
Which allows the knee to not have to do as much range of motion. So basically, you're putting more mobility in your ankle so you can have more stability in your knee, so that you can have more mobility in your leg. Let's go 3 more. 2. And last but not least. Awesome, sir. Woo! How's that feeling?
Good.
Good. How's the knee respond to that?
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it?
No.
That's fantastic. Have you been noticing that's changed a little bit since you've been doing soft tissue work and the strength training around that?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I've been stretching more.
Okay.
We do the gait happens that I told you about.
Sure.
We do that like twice a week.
Cool.
And that's helped.
Awesome.
I'm just doing, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to 6 days a week of exercise.
You're training for life.
It's not a destination, it's a journey. I told my stepmom, I said, you realize I've outlived my dad by 15 years now.
Wow.
And I said, I ain't stopping.
That's awesome. Why stop?
And the weird thing is, since I started doing the creatine, I do feel more alert. Mm-hmm. But this has become, it's hard.
Hmm.
It's not like
squishy.
No, it's hard.
You've got muscle all through there, and you have some posture stuff. I think a lot of it is posture too.
Okay.
Because you're so tight here, it kind of pulls you down.
Okay.
So by opening all these muscles up more, you're going to, like I said, when you came in, you just seemed like your posture was better. You had a little bit more of a this versus a this. So if you're very tight through there and through here, it's going to kind of pull you down. But the fact that you're loosening up hip flexors, you're starting to open all that up, you're going to be dispersing that load a little bit more. Versus Poochie here, it's going to be opening it up more. And the tightness from the muscles are getting stronger too, because you're using them and the creatine. All right, so let's do some more mobility of your hip. I'm going to come over here. All right, what I want you to do is...
Lay on my back.
No, not yet. Not yet. I want you to try to bring your knee here.
Okay.
And your foot this way.
Okay.
All right, so that's our first step. We're just going to kind of let your knee come up. Now, ultimately, this is your goal, to get the whole leg up there. Okay? So this is right into the hip rotation, the hip mobility. So let's start with that and see where you're at.
Okay.
All right, look at that. Already getting that shin up there. Good job. So let's try their side. Excellent. Notice how that one goes a little bit lower to the table.
Yeah.
Good. And then So after a couple of these, then I want you to start to lean into the stretch a little bit by leaning forward with your trunk. Okay? And that's going to intensify the stretch on the back of the glutes, or the back of the hips. There we go.
There you go. Oh, yeah, into that glute.
Perfect. And that is a lot of where your limited mobility in your hip is coming from.
Yeah.
So these are going to be something that we can start playing with, using your own physics to open up that joint space a little bit and start working on more mobility in your hip socket.
Okay.
Because I think that's another reason why your knee is quieter now, is you are getting more range in your hip socket and more range in your ankle as well.
My legs, I thought my legs would feel tired. We did like a couple of sessions of 2 minutes with one leg on the bike, 2 minutes with another leg, the other leg on the bike, and then 2 minutes standing up. Yeah. At 105 RPM.
Oh, was this morning?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, you're nice and
105 RPM and 90% resistance.
Damn.
I was like, but I had a big, huge bowl of oatmeal.
You may be, he might not be eating enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're a big guy just in general. Like, you have more muscle mass than a lot of people just because of your overall frame. So if those muscles aren't getting the nutrition they need, your brain sees that as starvation. And whenever you're in a starvation mode, your brain's first thought is save on to fat. Because how long is this starvation mode going to last? Is it a day? Is it a week?
Yeah.
Is it a month? Are we surviving through winter as a hunter-gatherer tribe and we don't have access to calories for the next 5 months because of the cold weather, and there's all the animals we hunt are hibernating, all the fruit that grows on the trees are dormant and they start fruiting in the spring, so we don't have access to those calories. So our brain works in a calorie resource. Your brain is a resource manager for the calories you consume. If you're not getting enough calories, it's going to allocate those to keeping your brain and your heart and all your organs functioning so that you can survive to make it through to the spring. So that's why a lot of times if you look at cultures that still hunt and gather, they put on body fat. And actually I've read books about tribes where the women, their breasts get bigger in the fall because they save up all the fat stores in the spring and summer. So by the time they get to winter, they're more plump, they're more fat, including the breast size. So by the winter time, they start using all those fat stores for energy because they don't have as much caloric access. So they're not out there running marathons and doing squats and getting on spin bikes in the wintertime. They're saving energy. They're relaxed. They're not sleeping all winter, but they're probably just, telling stories around the campfire, not moving as much, being more sedentary. So it kept us alive to be sedentary in the past. Now we can be sedentary as our job.
Well, I think Misty's having us write down 1 week of everything we eat.
Okay, good.
And 1 week of everything we do for exercise.
Okay, cool. So she'll be able to see where that balance is.
She can talk to you about what she sees for me.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's lie in the back.
Because I know, head down there. Because I know for me, I don't think I eat enough protein. I really don't.
You don't think you eat enough protein?
No.
Yeah, that's one of the challenging ones to get enough of.
And I'm eating beans, I'm eating pork, I'm eating chicken.
All right, so kick both legs straight out. Actually, let's do some hip flexor. Let's sit up so that your trunk is upright. So we're sitting with your legs straight up. So have a seated position, so bring your trunk up. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, now put your hands down to your side. Good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to lift one leg at a time, keep the knees straight. So we're just going to engage the rectus femoris.
Is that position good?
Yeah. So push into the hands. Oh, yeah. That is actually really range. Now we'll do the other side. Good. Now the challenge here. Oh, did you just cramp in a muscle?
Yeah.
Ooh. You know what that tells me? is that muscle is not strong enough to lift up your leg. So it
Probably not as high. There's better. I try to lift it really high.
that's fine. As high as you get to the point where like you get to a stop point and you can go up a little higher. So get as high as you can, stop at the top, hold it up at the top, hold it, now go up an inch higher.
Oh, okay.
Hold it, now higher. Excellent. Now try not to lean back with your trunk because leaning back with your trunk is going to use like it's gonna pre-stretch the muscle and or pre-engage the muscle, so it's gonna be easier.
Oh,
We don't want easier, we want harder.
okay.
There. See the difference?
Yeah.
Nice.
Can't go as high.
Perfect. But that's fine. We're really asking and that rectus femoris, your psoas muscles, some of your other hip flexors to do a lot of work to lift that weight of that leg.
Stop.
Nice.
Stop. Leaning back.
Hold it. I'm gonna bring it up, and now you slow it down all the way down. Slow, nice. So I'm gonna give you a little extra boost, and then you slow it down on the way back. Awesome. Lift it up. Nice. Slow. Good. Slow. Nice, buddy. And these are working the top quadricep muscle, the rectus femoris. So you have your vastus medialis oblique, that one there, and you have your vastus lateralis, which is this lateral quadricep. Then you have the vastus intermedius, and then you have the rectus femoris, which sits on top of all of them. The rectus femoris actually crosses the hip joint up here. So when you're asking that muscle to work, that's why you're feeling it a little higher in the quadricep, because it's a quadricep muscle, but it's also a hip flexor. Nice. Woo! I love that reaction. That means we're asking that muscle to do something it's not used to. And this one doesn't get as high, which is interesting.
I know.
So this seems like this is the hip that's a little less mobile, but you have a lot more power in that muscle. I wonder if that's because you're leaning more when you lift the left leg when you look at that again. Nice. No, not too much. Good. So hip flexors generally get tight when we sit, but they don't get strong. They get weaker. They're basically sitting in a shortened, weak position all the time. So asking them to contract from that position that they're normally disengaged in should be very stimulating on making the muscle stronger.
Yeah, I can feel it more here than in this leg. Interesting.
On the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've probably been compensating, using this one more to make up for some of the deficits in your hip range of motion.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So, all right, let's slide off the table. I want to do some active calf stretches. So we're going to use the wall here. So we're going to put both hands against the wall, just like last time you were arrested.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, so slide your hands down a little bit. Now walk your feet back, so we're pushing all your weight into your hands as much as you can with your wrist. Good. Now I want you to go back far enough that you feel a stretch in the calf muscles.
When I do this,
so that's a shortening. That's going to engage the muscle, but I want you to lean forward with your hips so you feel more stretch on the calves.
Oh yeah.
Excellent. So now we've pre-stretched the muscle. Now I want you to lift both heels and push your crown of your head towards the wall. Perfect. So we're engaging the muscles to after stretching them. So we're stretching the muscles at the bottom, and then we're going to contract them from that stretched position. And if it's easy, you can walk back further with the feet and to get more of a stretch and more of an engagement. Good. And pay attention to which side's a little bit weaker or tighter. Do you feel any major differences between the right and the left? A little bit? Okay,
Not too much.
Not too noticeable? Okay, no. Let's try it. Good. So let's make that one movement. So Watch.
Oh, go right into it.
Yep, so watch my heels.
Yeah.
So I kind of push
Oh,
and then stretch.
okay.
Versus this and then this. Okay. So keep the load on the hands equal the whole time.
Okay.
And then you're just going to kind of push the whole body up. Almost, yeah, yep. So it's kind of an up to down movement. So
Okay.
so you're starting with a stretch here.
Yep.
So stretching there, go hips forward. Now we're going to engage the muscle. Yep. You just go up. You don't have to go towards the wall. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Like that. So back down. Hips down. So stretch.
Okay.
Push your hips forward a little bit. Hips forward. There we go. Good. Awesome. So lifting the body weight up and then stretching through the
Hang on a
hands.
second.
Your triceps working?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Let's try it.
So we're gonna push the heels down.
Yep.
Good. Get that nice active stretch. So we're elongating the muscle tissue, and now we're gonna shorten it. Nice. So now working that calf complex from that lengthened position
Yeah.
into its shortened position, it's making we're A, improving the mobility of the ankle, and B, working the muscles from their weakest position.
Okay.
So when a muscle is at its most stretched out position, it's also at its weakest position.
Oh.
So let's now do that same thing, but put a slight bend in your knees. So now we're going to get into the soleus muscles a little bit more. So bend the knees, and same thing, you're going to push your body weight forward while maintaining a slight bend in your knees. Yep. Good.
Sorry. Because I'm going, my brain is going, go up,
Yep.
and then my legs straight.
Yep. And that's fine. That's just connecting the movement pattern to the muscles you want to work.
Okay.
So think of it as your muscles are the hardware of the computer, and the brain is the software of the computer. It's the operating system. So you're telling the muscles to now bend the knees a little bit while maintaining that movement pattern.
All right.
Good. And then when you come back, do you feel the stretch still in the calves?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. So again, we're working on improving mobility at your ankle, improving mobility at your hip, so that your symptoms in your back, symptoms in your knee can settle down. And you can start just using your knee and back the way they were meant to, versus as compensatory joints for the tight hips and the tight calves. And because you're putting weight through your arms, you're also getting a good activation of your triceps, your chest, your shoulders, deltoids, forearms. Nicely done. All right, so that was your calves. Let me get a pad real quick. If you want to sit up, push your butt against the wall.
Yeah.
Face outward.
Yeah.
All right, now walk here. So let me give you this pad here. Now we're gonna stretch the calves by engaging their opposing muscles. All right, so get your butt back against the wall. Butt back, butt back, butt back. You don't have to go deeper. Squat, keep your knees straight. Good. Now push your butt against the wall. Awesome. Now lift both toes at the same time. Awesome. And bring it back down. Now that is activating your tibialis anterior. So your shin muscles, so this movement is called dorsiflexion of your foot. The calves do plantar flexion, which is the heel coming up.
Okay.
The shin muscle does dorsiflexion, which is the ankle or the toes coming up.
Okay.
And this muscle group is very important for supporting your arch. So when you're walking, it's kind of being a shock absorber. If you're walking barefoot, if you don't have any shoes on. If you don't have an arch support, this is your body's arch support.
Okay.
And what it also does, it also transfers energy into the front of the knee, and it helps, and the muscle and the fascia kind of supports the front of that knee. So if this muscle is not strong enough to do its job, you're not going to get the support and the function in the knee from this muscle. So 1 to 10 scale, 10 being the hardest thing you've ever done, what would you say this exercise is?
3.
Cool. Walk your feet forward about 3 inches. Good. Now keep your knees straight. Good. Now try it. Let's see if we can't increase the intensity. Nice. Good. So we're lifting the heels up or the toes up. Perfect. Did that jump the intensity up from a 3 to a 5 or a 6?
Almost a 5.
Cool. Bring your feet maybe an inch or 2 forward more. Knees are straight. Good. Good. Now lift. Now do a few of those. And that should intensify it just a smidgen.
Yeah.
Perfect. So in order to make this exercise harder, you bring the feet forward more. Another way to make it harder is to maintain your butt pushed against the wall and then lean your trunk forward. Your whole trunk, not just your head.
Oh.
So you gotta kind of, you might have gone too far with the feet. So you can kind of lean forward like this.
Oh, okay.
So try that. And that's gonna put more weight out on the shins.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Good. And then if you can get your legs way out there, and then you can lean forward, and that's still easy, then you go into one leg.
Okay.
But we don't have to do that today. Let's just focus on getting that proper range of motion. Good. Now when you come forward with your trunk, try not to round your back. So try to keep a good posture.
Keep a good posture.
Yeah, almost like lifting your chest while you come forward. Excellent. Good job. Nice.
Oh yeah, that jumped to a 7.
All right, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Training in like a 7 to 9 range is really effective for actually improving things. If you're sitting down at intensity of like 3 to 5, it's just not enough. Now, if that's something that you want to maintain 3 to 5 for 40 minutes to burn fat for cardio, that's a whole different set of exercises. But when we're strength training, we want to challenge the muscles to the point where they can only work for a short amount of time.
Woo!
All right, on fire?
Yeah, my right ankle.
So this one more so than that one?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because this is all the problems over here.
Yeah. But I also think this has been a dominant side too. Even though you got a lot of injuries there, you're right-handed, right? Yeah. Generally, you're going to be more dominant on your left leg, so your muscles are on average stronger on your left leg. But there are going to be specific things like this was weaker and this was weaker. Yeah, potentially you've just favored that side. So you've gotten the left leg so much stronger that the right side hasn't been doing as much. So now this joint's getting worn out, that joint's getting worn out because there's just so much. So if we just start getting some of these other muscles doing a little bit more work, it's going to kind of balance out the physics. So we're not as much on here. And then your nerve symptoms are left side too. So, and you have such a long history of different injuries that trying to track down what was the last one that affected the way you move today, it's almost impossible. Impossible.
I get that. Yeah, I definitely get that.
So I want to do what we did earlier with the forward lunges,
Okay.
but we're going to put your foot up a little higher,
Okay.
And we can use this for balance. So what I want you to do here is we're going to do the same thing,
Okay.
and then come back up. And then this is just here for a little bit of support.
Okay.
So we're going to do a little active hip flexion, active like long stride lunge. All right, so excellent. Lift your chest up. Good. And try to keep that back heel down. Actually, no, you're right. Keep the front heel down.
Yeah.
Good. And then squeeze the left glute as you're leaning into that. Good. And then press back. Awesome. And really press that leg into, press that right knee forward so you'll start to feel a good stretch on your calf.
Oh yeah.
On the front.
I definitely feel that.
Perfect. So a lot of our goals for your exercise programming is mobility in that ankle. So if we can get more strength and mobility through the calves, through the shin muscle, the tibialis anterior, through all the toe muscles, a lot of the toe muscles actually start up above the ankle. So being, you've worked at sand volleyball for a long time, beach volleyball, so you're comfortable being barefoot. Your toes are probably stronger than most. But is your ankle mobile? And you
Not really.
Not really. So you've got a lot of tightness in your ankle that when we start to loosen all that up, your whole body will function better. There's been a lot of case studies where just by mobilizing the ankles will make back pain go away. So
I'm still using the spacers for my toes.
excellent. That's great.
It
Yeah.
doesn't hurt like they said it was going to hurt. It's interesting. They said, oh, you'll only be able to do 10 minutes at first. And I was like, after an hour, I'm like, okay, maybe.
Yeah, but you've also, like we said, you've been walking barefoot in sand for such a long period of time. You have a natural strength in your toes and your arches that most people do not.
That's for sure. 30 years worth?
30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
And are you engaging your left glute?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do about 2 more on this side.
Okay. I'm trying to keep my knee from bowing out.
Good awareness. That's great.
You've taught me well.
Good job, bud. Let's go facing the other way. Put your left leg right there.
Yeah.
Left leg.
So there's a bunch of Jason Statham's movies coming out. He's made I saw him advertised on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh my God, with Morgan Freeman and Angelina Jolie and Scarlett Johansson. He's made a shitload of them.
Well, hey, I mean, if people are hiring you for movies, might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Probably worse professions
Yeah.
than making a few $1 million for a movie.
When I saw Morgan Freeman took $88 million and built, he's using it to find homes for all the dogs that have been displaced in all the disasters in this country.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's 88 years old. And he said, I'm going to donate how old I am. Look, if you got it.
Yeah. I think a lot of us would probably, if we had expendable income, like millions of dollars extra that we'll never spend in our lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
We'll probably give a lot of it away.
I would definitely do something like that. I would, for sure. I don't know that I would take care of them personally.
You don't want to take care of 100,000 dogs? Or however many dogs in homes?
I'd be like heartbroken.
Let's slide your right foot back a little bit. Okay. To get a little more range in that. Good.
Yeah.
Nice, buddy. Leaning into it. Squeezing that right glute. Nice. Also feeling that stretch on that left calf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is awesome. Does this calf feel similar in tightness to the right calf in this exercise? Or
No.
more tight?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Right, doesn't help all these scars and all kinds of adhesions in that knee joint that have limited range of motion
Yeah.
in the rest of the body.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this. If you think about it, like if you're, it's like a shirt. If you get scar tissue, it pulls. See how it pulls everything?
Yeah.
That's what happens with scar tissue. So when you have a scar in a knee that big, it tightens all the tissue around it. So it makes a big impact on the movement patterns of everything else. So that's why it's so important after injuries to manage the healing process of the tissue. And a lot of times people will just go into a scar tissue and just rub it every which way, which isn't always the right thing, because as the tissue lays together, you want it to lay back like this, and you start adding different physics to it, it'll start laying down like all jumbled. And that just pulls everything in tighter.
Well, when I did this, it was 40 years ago.
Oh, right, yeah. Now,
And most people didn't know shit.
no.
They didn't know anything. In fact, when this got cut open, they looked at it, they said, we'll just take everything out and sew it back up. Basically, they took out a bunch of shit. I mean, it was 1979.
Oh my gosh.
Good God.
All right, let's work on, let's see how you do with just grabbing your ankle.
What do you want to give yourself a good laugh?
Yep.
Okay.
That's your baseline. That's all right. Now also think you can reach back. Oh, hello, hamstring.
Yeah.
So this is actually a great hamstring exercise because now you're having to bend that knee against resistance, the resistance of the weight of your lower leg. So you can also reach back with your trunk. So now bend that knee and reaching back, reaching back, reaching back. Open it up, reach it back. Use your glute as well. So your glute will bring that knee back also. And then your trunk, so you're kind of versus this, and see how if my leg goes forward, I'm having to like reach down versus bringing my leg back by using my strong glute. So I know you got a strong glute. So squeeze that butt. There we go. There you go. Nice. So these are good goals to have, okay?
Yeah.
Because ultimately, can you do this in the pool?
No. But I can go lunges, I can go super deep. And leg swings, no problem. Running in place, no problem. Figure eights, no problem on one leg.
Let's do some,
I want to try this side.
yes, flip around to the other side for me. Jeez. All right.
Yeah.
Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Reach back. Hello, hamstrings. All right, so hamstrings are cramping when you're bending the knee, which tells me a lot about your hamstring strength. You think they're strong or no? Okay. So let's actually activate some hamstrings and get them doing something functional. What I want you to do is knee straight, butt back, and I want to get low enough that you feel an active stretch on the hamstring.
Okay.
All right. Come around here. Good. Push your butt back. Kind of sit into it. Wow. I believe we just found the most flexible part of you.
Yeah.
Which is historically the least flexible part of most people. But that shows you've been athletic and active all your life too.
Yeah.
So now try to keep the knees pressed back like you're straightening them.
Okay.
Yep. Nice. Press the butt back, press the butt back, press the butt back. Good.
I mean, I'm happy that I can touch the ground. I've been told by another guy who's really overweight, oh, you're fatter than me. I'm like, really? Can you touch your hands to the ground? No. Ooh.
Wow. So interestingly enough, I don't think your hamstrings are that tight, but your hip flexors are absolutely miserably tight.
A lot of cupping going to be going on.
Yeah, interesting. Bring your knees together, and then I want you to squeeze your butt, and I want you to lift your arms towards the sky. And I want you to try to touch the wall with your hands. You're not going to, but I want you to reach towards the wall. Good. Nice. Keep your butt squeezed.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nice. Good. Now come back down. Good. Let's do a couple of those.
Okay.
Squeezing your butt and kind of brace your core as well. Nice. Squeeze. Wow. You are a conundrum. You have such tight hip flexors when you do this, but when you put them together, you actually open up quite a bit. Like so, I think, I don't think your abdominals are tight. I think it is definitely deeper into the hip flexors. So you still have a lot of give in here.
Okay.
Great range. And you have a strong glute, which is helping to support your pelvis. Your spine is going back. Do you get any neurological symptoms with that down the leg? Fantastic. All right, let's challenge hip mobility and hamstring mobility. Let's widen your stance as wide as you can go. As wide as you're comfortable. Perfect. The knees, I want the knees to stay straight on this one. And then I want you to do a hamstring stretch again, like the deadlift, like we were just doing.
Okay.
So we're gonna come down, and we'll kind of keep that trunk up, and then stretching through here and back the legs.
Okay.
And let's see, adding the stretch to the groin muscles, what that does to. Nice. Can you, on the next one, go wider with your feet? Nice. And straight knees. So push them back. Awesome. Nice. Chest lifted. Getting that into the groin and into the kind of the middle of the hamstrings.
Yeah.
Versus the outside, more kind of through here. Whoa. So getting your trunk flexing over the pelvis while your pelvis is stabilizing the femur, which are going wider. That's quite impressive, sir. What did you feel there?
Well, here.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Like the
Can't stand up though.
You can't stand up like that?
I can't. No, I can't lift my trunk up.
Interesting. Okay. And this is part of the process of trying to figure out different humans and how injuries and tightnesses and immobilities affect your skeleton. I wouldn't have assumed that your spine would have trouble getting back up when your legs are that far apart. So do about halfway up or halfway apart. Let's see. Now try to go up and down with your spine and try to see how tall you can get when you come back out of it. Come up, 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 up. Nice. Yeah, that's better. Good. Chest lifted as you're coming up. Plant your toes in. Now hold that position. Now reach back, kind of fall back into it as far as you can. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your what?
Glutes.
Squeeze your glutes. If you don't squeeze your butt, no one else will, Dave. You're a little dizzy.
A little dizzy.
Take a little breather.
It makes me think of, I was watching Jimmy Fallon the other night, and John Cena was on there.
God, he's so awesome.
He's so funny, man. They had,
comes out.
huh?
New Peacemaker.
Yeah. No, it's out today. Yes. And they were on two boardwalks, and there was a shark swimming around them, and they had to go, tell me if it's a truth or a lie. And if they were wrong, the boardwalk separated further and further. And John Cena at one point was so far, I thought he was going to crack in half.
Oh, did you like, what's his name? Van Damme? Jean-Claude Van Damme, straight out?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if he could.
He was close.
He was close.
After, he was like, no, I'm done. You win, Jimmy. It's okay.
All right, so let's put a couple things together. I want to work some upper body.
Oh, and I got one more good joke to tell you.
Okay.
They showed an old clip of Betty White on Jimmy Fallon, and she said, you know, I don't understand. She said, everybody tells people, get a good set of balls. You need to get some balls, right?
Betty White said that?
Yeah, right? And she said, I don't know why they say that. One good kick in the balls and you're done. But let me tell you, everybody should get a vagina because they can take a good pounding.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jimmy Fallon fell straight over backwards. 88 years old and she said that. Oh my God.
They have 10-pound humans come out of them. So
I was just like,
I guess.
that was funny. That was funny, man.
All right, so let's put a couple things together. We're gonna go into that deeper position here, and then I want you to lean forward the trunk, and then we're gonna get your arms working against gravity. So we're gonna open up your chest, engage your shoulder blades, and I want you to hold that position. So we're gonna use your own body weight to be the resistance. Good. So this is going to be very effective. Lean forward at the trunk. Lean forward at the trunk. and then push into that front leg, kind of like what we were doing over here. We're gonna come really far forward. Good. So we're gonna really load up this leg. We're gonna squeeze the glute. Good. This leg is straight, and I stretch through here.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Now we're gonna open up your chest by squeezing all these muscles.
Oh, God. I heard it go crack, crack, crack.
Is that your knee?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can put a little more weight through the right leg on this.
Okay.
Because your trunk is coming forward, you're getting a lot more force on that knee. So let's see, we go here, but keep weight back into the right leg. Good. And then try to touch my face with your hands. Come up higher, there we go. Squeezing all these muscles in tight. Gravity is pulling down, and you're saying, no, gravity. Good, so we're actively stretching laterals by recruiting the reciprocal muscles of the pecs, the rhomboids and the traps, and the lats. Woo, good job. And we'll switch it up. So, don't need any equipment for that, just you. Try the other side.
And I can do these at home.
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah, so like, if you think about it, as you come forward, gravity wants to pull your trunk down and your arms down. So you're having to use all your back muscles to maintain that neutral position against gravity pulling you down, and then the arms are coming up, and then gravity again wants to pull them down. So we don't think of the weight of our arms as being a lot until you put them in a position where gravity's pulling on them.
Or you try to push it through water.
Or when you push it through water, yeah. Whew.
Shit.
But that's like the weight of your arms. Well, actually, the weight of your arms is negligent there. That's more the resistance of the water.
Yeah.
But same thing. I mean,
I hear you.
But at least you don't have to like use weights or dumbbells or anything.
Right.
All right. So back leg straight, stretching that front calf, squeezing the left glute. Nice. Woo, get it, buddy. Hug those elbows into the sides, squeezing those shoulder blades. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the muscles in between your shoulder blades. All right, so just standing there in one position and heart rate's up, muscles are screaming.
Oh yeah, heart rate's way up. Ooh, man.
Got you sweating and you're not even using anything, just physics.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do, let's go into some rotational stuff. I want you to open up your hip, and I want you to come open here.
Okay.
Back. So this is going to be another way to get that range of motion. My pelvis, neutral here. My femur is neutral. Now I'm going to take my pelvis away from my femur. And don't
Front leg straight.
Yeah, don't want the knee to buckle. So squeeze your butt a little bit, that'll help. Okay? So this is another way to work on hip mobility in a closed chain environment, i.e. weight bearing. Okay? So we're going to open back up. Awesome.
Oh, no, straight.
Yep. Perfect.
Why does my knee want to keep bending?
It wants to go with the physics. It wants to go with the pelvis.
Yeah.
That's what you're fighting. So you're fighting that with the glutes on the left side.
Okay.
Nice. And if you want, you can kind of turn your trunk a little bit to really stretch through that hip flexor there as well.
Okay.
That'll not be a bad thing.
Oh yeah, I can feel the stretch in there. Sure.
Excellent. And pay attention to each side. Does one side feel stretch in a different area, the same areas? Is it noticeably different?
Yeah, this leg's harder. Definitely.
Like it's more resistant to wanting to open up?
Yeah.
Like it's fighting it a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I gotta figure out when to come see you next week. I know I'm seeing Brian Monday. I just gotta figure out and look at the dates and go, okay.
Try to come back more with that foot, like not out wider, but further like back here.
Oh, so,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try a little further back. Like move the foot another plank. There you go. Nice. Great form. Good. So again, you're opening the right hip, kind of opening or taking out a weight bearing while you're moving the hip, then loading it up into weight bearing while working all the rotator cuff muscles of the hip. Just like the shoulder, we have rotator cuff muscles in the hip, and they can get tight and locked down and cause some of the immobilization of the femur in the socket due to maybe the hamstrings or the quads or the abductors or the groin are not strong enough, or maybe not doing their job. So the rotator cuff muscles sometimes will just kind of tighten up around the joints, protect it. So exercises like this are telling the rotator cuff muscles, hey, you have permission to start lengthening and opening up a little bit. And if the muscle is weak and can't do its job, other muscles will step in and take over. And if you do that for long enough, then you start rewiring that software in your brain. You start telling your body, hey, this is normal, this is okay. And then your knee starts hurting, or your back starts pinching on a nerve, and then your feet go numb. And you're wondering, why did that happen? And that's just faulty wiring. The brain has protected a joint for so long because of an injury, because of pain, that it rewrote the movement patterns to take you out of pain. Unless you go back and reset the movement patterns to their default setting, which is when we were toddlers and everything was perfect before we had blown out knees and herniated discs and arthritis.
Yeah.
all the other things.
For sure.
So we just adapt. Our software adapts to the hardware malfunction. So if you blow out an MCL or an ACL, that's harder.
Man, I'm so lucky I haven't had any of that. You know that? I am so lucky.
But you got shot in your kneecap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Little known fact, you know.
All right, so now we're just going to, let's work on some active hip flexor and balancing. So just to kind of, we're going to stretch out the glutes a little bit, and we're going to march in place with a very, very intense stretch on the glute by bringing that knee up as high as you can. Nice range. I'm hearing a little clicking when you bring your left leg up. What is that? Is that your hip or your knee?
Knee.
Okay. Interesting.
But it's not as bad as it was. Believe me. What cracks me up is Rebecca can't hear it when I'm walking across the room. I can totally hear it. But if I'm asleep and I'm breathing too loud, close your mouth, you're breathing.
Yep, that's it. Our partners will definitely let us know when we're keeping them up. Yeah, that's commonplace when you're sleeping in close proximity to another human.
Yes. Dog never says anything. How's the kitty?
Oh my gosh. Sugar is adorable. He is officially a little hunter killer. He leaves parts of lizards as gifts to us now. Come out the back door, there's like half of a lizard sitting like dead.
He's getting lots of protein.
Oh my gosh. I decided that cats are the most disgusting animals. He vomited up something, so I was blowing off the porch and I just blew it out into the yard. And it was like, so it got separated. So I saw him go up to the vomit, and he started eating it again. I don't think he realized it was his own vomit because it moved. He ate his own vomit.
Oh my God. Shit.
Everyone's like, cats are so adorable. Like, they're disgusting, though.
They're disgusting.
Dogs
don't eat their own vomit. vomit.
No, they might look their bumhole, but.
Right. All right.
Oh, good job, sir.
Thank you, man.
How you feeling?
Good.
Yep. What have you noticed since when you got here?
Just stretched out.
Cool. More
In
loose?
here.
More
Yeah.
nimble?
Yes.
Good.
I'll text you, all right?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh, come on. You know I like to.
All right.
Set up for me, my good joke.
Sure.
So, Jimmy Fallon.
Is it offensive?
Nah, not really.
Come on. Bring me the good stuff.
Well, you decided it was offensive.
Before.
Jimmy Fallon was showing an old interview.
The Stig is working out.
And
The
she
Stig
said,
is here.
I don't know why. I don't know why that people keep saying, get a good set of balls. You need a good set of balls, you know? And she said, I don't understand. One kick in the balls and you're done, right?
Yeah.
And she said, I don't know why they don't say, get a vagina. It can take a good pound.
Thank you guys for joining Dave's workout, and we'll be streaming some other workouts here shortly, so feel free to follow and ask us any questions, and I'll try to hit them in the comments when I get a moment. Have your best day ever. Peace.
Those things take a pound.